Good morning, everybody. My name is Darlene, and I have Parkinson's disease. I'm going to call this video today Getting to Know Me. There's a whole lot of people that have subscribed that I do not know very well. I'd love to know you all personally, but I will get to know you in the comments. And so I just thought I'd maybe tell you a little bit about myself. It's not very interesting. I found that out when I went to write down a few points. I'm not a very interesting person. But anyway, this is my story. Family is the most important thing to me. Always has been. When I was growing up, my parents instilled in us that family was important. And I have carried that throughout my life. So to tell you about my family, I'll start with when I was young. I had a mother and a father, and I had two brothers. So it was a family of five. My mother unfortunately passed away in 2010 on Christmas Day. Just a very strange fact, my husband's mother had passed away previous on Christmas Day. So Christmas has a very special place in our heart, and we miss her every day of the year for sure. She was the glue in our family. But anyway, I miss her, but life goes on. My father, fortunately, is still alive and well. He lives with both my brothers. My one brother is the primary caregiver for my father, which I really appreciate because it makes me realize that we were all raised the same way. And I love my brothers very much. I guess everybody feels that way, about their family. Then I went on, I was married. I was married to a very awful man. We were married for 5 years. The only good thing that came out of that was my daughter. And I unfortunately had to go through the pain of knowing him, but live and learn. Then I met Bill. When I was married to my first husband, I lived in the United States. I came back to Canada and I met my husband, Bill. We were married very quickly after meeting. We knew it was right, and he has taken care of me since then, and it's been wonderful. When I first met Bill, I was gun shy, needless to say. And so I decided right at the very beginning, we're going to get things straight. I said to him, let's have a frank conversation. What do you want in a woman? And I'll tell you what I want in a man. He told me that he wanted somebody who was thin and had lovely long blonde hair. I'm neither thin, nor do I have lovely long blonde hair. I had red hair, it was short, and I was fat. But, he got what he wanted in me. So then I said to him, well, let me tell you what I want. I said, I have had very high highs. I have had very low lows. I want somebody that's right in the middle. Somebody that's going to go to work every single day. Somebody that's going to want to come home and have supper with me. Is wanting to sit on the couch and watch television with me. I said, what I guess I'm looking for is dull and boring. And he said, dull and boring? You got me. He said, that's me. I said, good, I'm glad. And we've been together since. Anyway, Bill retired. He worked for the post office. He worked his entire career for the post office. And at 30 years service, he retired in 2001. We decided at that time to take a holiday, and we went across the country. I think I've told you that. And we went across the country and had a great 3-month vacation. And when we hit Nova Scotia, he said, I like it here. And I said, I like it here too. And we came home and started to make our plans to move back. We moved back 5 years later. We were waiting for our son to finish high school. And when he finished high school, we left. As my mother said, I abandoned my children. And I said, they're adults. I didn't abandon them. But anyway, we left and went to Nova Scotia, where we moved there in 2006. We lived there for 10 years. It was the best 10 years I think we have had. We did so many wonderful things. We lived in a beautiful apartment. Well, it didn't start in a beautiful apartment. I will say, we started in a little tiny basement suite of a house. No, it wasn't really a basement suite. We were the bottom floor of a 2-story house. It was $335 a month, which will tell you how bad it was. It was very, very small. I think it was 500 square feet. And we had to make a decision, a deep freezer, a table. It was so small. And there was spiders everywhere. And I hate spiders. But anyway, we graduated out of there to a brand new apartment building that was being built. We were waiting for it to be built. It was a seniors building. We moved in and lived there for 8 years. Loved it. Loved all our friends there. We had a very good time there. Unfortunately, while we were there, my husband had gotten cancer and he overcame it. He was treated and he overcame it, which was lovely. But then I got the news about myself and we decided we needed to move back to be closer to the kids. So that's what we did. 2016, we came back to Calgary. That's where we are now. I forgot to mention, I should back up. I forgot to mention, I had a daughter from my first marriage, and Bill adopted her when she was 10. We got married when she was 6, but he adopted her when she was 10. So that made our family circle complete. 3 years after we were married, we had a son. And so then we had a boy and we had a girl. And our family was perfect. It was exactly what we wanted. Now my daughter has gone on to have a daughter. So I have a granddaughter who's 22 years old, Ivy. She is so beautiful. It is hard to imagine. But anyway, I'm so lucky. Then my son, he just got married a few years back. And he married a lovely girl named Ashley. And they now have a 6-month-old son. His name is Finn. It's spelt the Scottish spelling of Fionn. And he is adorable. I have never seen, I call him Sweet Pea because he reminds me so desperately of little Sweet Pea in the cartoon, but he is precious. And unfortunately, we haven't had as much time to visit with him because of this pandemic. And, people weren't allowed to visit freely and whatnot. But we have seen him a few times. I've seen lots of videos. And he's now able to come over to visit with us. And we love every minute of that. I should, because this is a Parkinson's channel, I should tell you that I was diagnosed in January of 2016. I did know there was something wrong before that. I knew there was something wrong. I knew it. I had symptoms that they weren't explaining properly to me. And so I got my diagnosis in January of 2016. And that neurologist made an appointment for me here in Calgary with another neurologist so that I could start treatment properly, which I have done. So I've been diagnosed since 2016, probably had it for 3 or 4 years before that. Upon diagnosis, he said something to me I didn't like. He said, "You will be happy if I can get you 10 good years." And I said to my husband as we left the office, I don't exactly think that I would say I'm happy to have 10 years. I took it that he was telling me I was going to die in 10 years. And that is not what he meant. I found out afterwards that you do not die from Parkinson's. You die with Parkinson's. So therefore, it may make your life change, but it's not going to kill you. It's going to make your life change. And you just have to adapt and learn how to make the right adjustments with it. So at first you're very, oh, woe is me. And then you sort of say, I'm not sure that that's the way I want to live my life. and then you get on with life. Now, I was struggling, I will admit, I was struggling. Depression is an issue, anxiety is an issue. And my daughter recognized that, and she said, "Mom, I think we need to talk to somebody." And we got some medication for me. It has changed my outlook. It has said to me, you can care for yourself and you can make a good life, and let's do that. And that's what I am choosing to do, is to make a good life. Now, in the same fashion of telling a story or two, I've tried to remake my life a few times. Usually it's because I go, oh, I need to lose weight, or oh, I need to get fit, or I need to do this or that. Well, when my kids were about, maybe 25 years ago. No, 20 years ago. Maybe 20 years. Maybe 25 years ago. I don't know. No, I would have had Caledon. So, about 20 years ago. It's not important. That's crazy. I get caught up in things. Anyway, I had decided that I was going to change my life, and I was going to enter a triathlon. Me who can't walk 10 feet. I was going to enter triathlon. Oh man, I started walking. Anything I do addictively. I go, they say balls to the walls. Anyway, I just go and do it. Well, anyway, part of a triathlon is swimming, and I used to swim when I was a youngster. But I needed what I called stroke improvement. That sounds better than saying I need to have swim lessons. Anyway, I went to have my stroke improvement lessons, and I found a lifeguard at our little local pool that was a triathlete. I thought, he's the one to train me. Oh my gosh, he's the one. So I went to him and I arranged to have a private lesson because I didn't want to be distracted by other people. I wanted to get in the water and really go for it. And as I got in the water the first time, I said to him, and I was joking, and he really did not understand that this was a joke. I said to him, well, I hope I'm not going to drown when I hit the deep water. And he says, oh, don't worry, dear, fat floats. Fat floats. And I said to him, I'm paying you. I don't think you can call me fat. But anyway, one other time somebody called me fat. It was at a weight loss group, and my last name is McFate, and they called me McFatty. And I said, no, we're not going to go there. But anyway, fat floats, I never forgot it, fat floats. And my name is McFate, not McFatty. Anyway, I hope that you've had a good day today, and I know that I will as well. And I'll see you tomorrow.